And go.
The the following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. You caught me to go from the Killers of the Flower Moon graphic to that. You caught me off guard.
That's the point. That's what I was trying to do. Oh man! Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies Nerds New Bulletin host Leroy, aka Don't Lick Your Lightsaber, with my co-host.
Or maybe you can lick my lightsaber. All right, this is Eli, aka Authority Savage. I don't know. I'm caught off guard.
Good. I'm glad I stunned you for a second.
That's my Wu-Tang name. Authority Savage.
Childish Gambino. Okay. Right. Yeah, we're back with another episode. I want to say thank you also for the AI showing up. So yeah.
AI, what up?
Haven't seen you in a week. I know you're gonna eventually replace us, so that's all. So yeah, notice we're still back in this new format that I decided came in. And the reason I decided to do it again, Eli, because I looked at the analytics. And the analytics, I wanted to judge between what we did with other shows, and it turns out we did the same. So I feel like we're running back,
okay.
you know.
All right, well, there you go. We are one step closer to the future.
Right. Exactly. We're moving so you don't have to turn your phones. We're right there. We're right there for you. But you don't want to hear about all this technology. You came here for one thing. Foosball. That's what you came here for. Eli,
dun, dun.
Exactly. Because we didn't come here for comic book shit, anything like that. We just want to know, Eli, did your team win? That's what we want to know.
My team hasn't won in like a month, so I don't give a shit who's playing anymore.
Okay, I didn't know if you did like a substitute team. You know, some people say, okay, if my team won, I'm gonna jump onto another team. You just like
yeah. I mean, I kind of wanted Buffalo, was rooting for Buffalo, but then they lost. So, but no, I'm a Vikings fan, and the Vikings had just a shit year, so I stopped giving a shit. It was a bad season for us, so I stopped giving a shit a while ago. I kind of sort of wanted. It would have been nice to see Detroit win, but also because I'm a Vikings fan and they're our rivals, I'm like, I don't really care either.
So, I would have liked to see Eminem in the Super Bowl, you know.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I guess.
Because he was kind of like their celebrity mascot. I mean, that's the thing that you got to have a celebrity mascot this year.
Yeah. So I mean, at this point in the season, I really don't care. So, but I know a lot of people do.
Oh yeah, I saw people crying on my timeline, all kind of stuff, and other people gloating, and yeah, I was like, it's a big thing, you know. But anyway, it's settled. Super Bowl, whatever is settled. We're not the Super Bowl NFL bullies. We're doing our best here. Bear with us. I do want
to check out Get Vols, or what do they call it? Get Vols.
Get Vols. They don't even talk about that. They just talk about Tennessee Vols. That's it. Nothing else.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they do better numbers than any of Outright Geekery combined.
Yeah.
But do want to say, but at least we do know who's in the Super Bowl. So want to give a shout out to the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Taylor Swifts. So yeah, shout out to them because, like I said, they showed more Taylor Swift than anybody else in the game. Then if you didn't know who she was, you think she was the owner, but she's there. So,
and that's another, like San Francisco, Kansas City, they're in the Super Bowl like every other year. So it's like another rerun for me. I'm like, I don't care.
Look, if you're gonna cut to if you're gonna cut to one of Travis Kelce's family members in the audience, cut to this. Because I'm gonna tell you this. This is what Thor is supposed to look like. Don't let the media fool you. This is what he's supposed to look like right here.
And have red hair. Only he has red hair.
And have red hair also, yeah. So get it right, Marvel. Get your shit right. So that's what we got right now. I'm trying to think what else we got. Oh, I do want to say this one thing. A lot of people are upset because they're showing so much Taylor Swift that some people think that the NFL is going to do a switcheroo and have Taylor Swift perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, even though they already booked Usher for the role. So here's my thing: is if they cancel Usher and replace Usher with Taylor Swift for the halftime show, I'm warning you right now, Eli. That's how the race war is going to start. So
like if Usher comes on stage, like the way Kanye did, and right. I'm gonna let you finish.
If that happens, all out war will break out right then. That's just it. So yeah. Let me say, let's move on to the next part of the podcast. We actually don't have a whole lot of shows. We got a whole lot of shows, so we can just fly through stuff as fast as possible. We also got to talk about the Academy Awards. Now I'm gonna talk about the Academy Awards real quick because I know the rule. I know nobody gives a shit about the Oscars. I get it. Nobody cares. Blah blah blah. You're gonna be asleep. You're gonna be turned. You're gonna be watching something else. The Oscars. I get that. Yeah. Now we got all this shit out the way. Let's talk about the Oscars. Okay. So we talked about the Oscars, and the biggest thing going on right now is that everybody's complaining about how Barbie got a snub, how Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie got snubbed, and they got, it's an injustice about what happened, and they didn't get anything. Meanwhile, Ken got all the awards, which is pretty much the storyline of the movie. All this bullshit. That's some kind of meme. That is not bullshit. Let's nip this in the bud right now. Barbie got 8 Oscars nominations. 8. So why they complain they didn't get more than that? I don't know why. It seemed like their name should be Barbie. The name of the movie should have been Karen because they got enough. What it was. And plus, he deserved to get the Oscar nomination. So like I said, I called it when I reviewed the movie back in the summertime. I knew he was going to get it back then with the way he performed the movie. He pretty much carried the movie on his back. I mean, I know maybe that's a masculine way to describe Barbie.
That's you representing the patriarchy.
That's me mansplaining the movie for you. Yes, I get
you He-Man woman hater.
Right. Ken was the real hero, all the stuff like that. And plus, let's go back to this. We talking about how these women were snubbed and it was such an injustice. First off, Greta Gerwig did get nominated for an Oscar. She got nominated for Best Screenplay. So she still had a chance to win something. And okay, Margot Robbie didn't win for Best Actress. Since I'm gonna go back to this, since it was nominated for Best Picture, and she's producing a movie, she could still win an Oscar. So stop complaining. They're gonna be okay. They got 8 Oscars. They're gonna be okay. So moving on past that. Oh, and plus,
yeah,
let's go. Can we talk about the biggest snub of the Oscars, Eli? Because
sure.
this one I'm mad about. The biggest snub of the Oscars is my boy.
Oh.
He's
your boy now. He's your boy now.
We own him now, Eli. We own him now. You
have now seen the light. Yeah.
Right. You had your chance, Eli. Now he's with us now. So yeah, that's my thing. But I will say this: they got nominated for an Oscar.
He did. He got the very first Godzilla movie, special effects or whatever.
And I'm shocked that Godzilla never won that nomination before. When he atomic blast himself and propeller to the.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Yeah, it wasn't quite.
I don't think I don't think special effects Oscars came out until the 80s, and then by then Godzilla was was on a hiatus. And then
they did all their movies.
The Heisei era came in, and then but no, this is the first time in history that a Godzilla movie's been nominated for an Oscar.
But that's not.
I thought it was a long shot. Yeah,
that's not.
Yeah,
enough.
I thought it was a long shot.
Yeah, I know you think it was a long shot.
Oh yeah,
it's not enough. They should have been in the Best Picture nomination. I don't give a fuck. Should have been. Okay, let's look at the Best Picture nomination for a second now. Now, Eli, I'll be honest with you. I've seen about half of these movies. Probably over half of these movies. And I'm gonna tell you this: Godzilla is a lot better than a lot of these movies.
I haven't seen any of these movies.
I've seen a bunch of these
I haven't seen any of them.
Get the fuck holdovers out of this shit. Get that out of there. I haven't seen Poor Things, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But yeah, it can be put in those movies. Hell, I put it over Oppenheimer. You say what you want to say, that's just me. Or at least Best Foreign Film.
It had a better chance of being Best Foreign. I do agree there.
Best Picture, long shot. I get it. But Best Foreign Film should have been in there. But just imagine Godzilla was nominated for Best Picture and lost.
Oh shit, that would be cool.
No,
I mean, that was just a nomination.
A guy in a Godzilla shoe shows up at the Oscars.
But Godzilla for Best Actor,
right? Best Supporting Actor, Godzilla. Oh shit, that's all I want. So yeah, we move past that. Like I said, we're gonna fly through these. What do we got? Oh, now we're here. We flew through them too fast, Eli. My fault. Anyway, we're here. We're going to talk about a movie. I saw a movie. Yeah.
I apologize to Native Country. I did not see this. I know it's a travesty. I did not see this.
So if Eli doesn't get if he's not on the next episode, that means he was brought in front of a trial, and you know what happened from there. So yeah, we will carry on.
I had to run the gauntlet, as
Right.
Trav Fat T would say. I had to...
Oh man.
Yeah.
Anyway, the movie we saw, and I'm okay. So yes, I'm.
You saw.
I saw this movie. This is weird as fuck, but we're gonna go there anyway. Oh, not that movie. What the hell? Oh, sorry, this movie.
You saw that movie too. That's another movie you saw. I didn't see.
Right. But at least you can excuse that.
You've seen all the movies lately.
I've seen all the movies. I did my due diligence. But yes, I saw Killers of the Flower Moon by Martin Scorsese. So yes, I know this is a comic book podcast, and we talk about a lot of silly shit like Fast and the Furious and the Marvels and Spider Women and all that shit like that. No, this episode is all about real cinema because it's Martin Scorsese. None of that fluffy shit. Real shit right here. So that's what we're going to talk about. But like I said, I saw a movie about a mostly Native American cast, and Eli, our Native American co-host, didn't see the movie. But I saw the movie. But that's okay. That is okay, because there have been plenty of times, Eli, that you have saw a bunch of black movies that not only I have not seen, I've never even heard of, and you reviewed them on here. So okay. You got to give me one.
Yes. Yes. Again, it is my honor to hand the duties over to Leroy for this review of one of the biggest Native American movies on right now. Well,
I got to do the joke, Eli. I know it's
the biggest one.
The biggest one, yeah, of 2023. So, like I said, joke, Eli, I got to bring it back. I saw Killers of the Flower Moon. It is a masterpiece, Eli. It really
that's what I hear.
Struggle of the Native American man. But anyway, let me really talk about this movie. Let's really go into it. Okay, so I watched this movie. It's 3 hours and 20 minutes long. Yes, and it's just that long. It's Martin Scorsese's movie.
That sounds like Scorsese to me.
It sounds like Scorsese. It's a long ass movie. And I will say this movie is not what I expected it to be. I think the trailers sold me on one thing, and I watched the movie. It was something completely different. But I will say this, after 3 hours and 20 minutes after finish watching this movie, I sat down and I was looking at this movie like, it's one of those movies that make you think, Eli. It really makes you think. Mm-hmm. Like, that's Scorsese for you. I got to say this. Let's talk about your boy, Leonardo DiCaprio.
My boy. He's my boy.
Okay, maybe it's not your boy. I will say this. Okay, like I said, we've seen a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio movies. We've seen a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio's performances. Now, I thought what he was going to be in this movie, I thought he was going to be like an FBI agent investigating murder, stuff like that. He was not that. He was not that in this movie.
He's originally.
You said what now?
Decided he wanted to be the asshole.
Yes. Okay, so I was not expecting that. So this movie, Leonardo DiCaprio played the biggest piece of shit asshole he's ever played in a movie before. Keep in mind, he played a slave owner. Mm-hmm. He played an 80s yuppie. But this role is the role he's the most asshole in. I'm like, wow, because I wasn't expecting it, because I was thinking he was going to be one of the good guys investigating. No, he's one of the assholes. But the way they set it up, you didn't realize it. And I got to put, because you know the real story of this. That's the thing, I didn't know this was a real story until you mentioned it. I thought this was just a movie that Martin Scorsese made up until you mentioned on one of the earlier episodes of the podcast, like, this shit really happened. I'm like, oh shit. So
when The Watchmen on HBO came out, I mentioned the Osage murders because that happened around the same time as Black Wall Street bombing.
And you know what's crazy about it? They mentioned Black Wall Street in this movie. For people that don't know the whole story behind it, like, something happened in the movie, and one of the neighbors mentioned it's just like Tulsa. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah,
but it was like real quick, and it just kept going. So
yeah. So yeah, I am familiar with the story. I even before they announced the movie, I do know that, I'm not an expert, but I do know the history and how fucked up it is. So
okay.
Yeah.
Because yes, it is a fucked up story. I had no idea what the story was, even though I know you told me it was a real thing. I refused to look it up because I was like, I'm gonna just wait for the movie to come out, watch the movie, see what's going on. And yes, it is a fucked up story. I didn't realize. That's what made me so shocking, that what Scorsese was doing with this movie, because like I said, he's casting Leonardo DiCaprio as this despicable asshole, and he's casting Robert De Niro also in the movie as another despicable asshole. But the thing is, they're the stars of the movie, and the way he's framing it, he's making these despicable assholes still likable, if that makes any sense. Like, or
Well,
sympathetic.
that again
Sympathetic is what I'm
sounds like
saying.
sounds like Scorsese. That's Scorsese's made all these mob movies, Goodfellas, Casino, where he humanizes assholes.
Yes. There's
That's what
another
he
movie
does.
like that. Yes.
Yes, that's what he does, and that's one of the reasons why I have not seen it yet, because
Okay.
I am native, and I don't want to be pissed off for 4 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just haven't had the time to sit there and be bummed out for all day watching this fucking movie. So
I hate to say it, Eli, but everything that you were afraid, like you told me about what might happen in this movie, all your fears are confirmed in this movie. Like, as far as like the depiction of it.
The people that I've talked to who have seen it basically says yes, it's
it's exactly what you think it is. So yes.
Yeah, it's natives getting killed and white folks getting away with it.
Yes, that's what it is.
And we've talked about this. It's been an ongoing subject on this show where me and you we're both getting sort of tired of the colored people trauma that Hollywood just seems to have this fetish with native suffering or black suffering. And it's how, like, it gets hard to watch, and these movies are no fun,
Right.
So that's one of the reasons why I have not seen it yet. I mean, I will eventually see it,
Right. Understandable. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. I want to rush out and watch a movie about native women getting bombed and poisoned for 4 hours.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But at the same time, I understand that you don't want to watch the movie, and for good reason. You have a good reason not to watch the movie. At the same time, I am glad this movie was made.
Yeah. These stories need to be told. Yes,
because this is bringing up a lot of discussion. People are watching this movie. They're bringing up discussions. They're having talks about it. It's bringing up a part of history that people didn't know about. I didn't know about this stuff at all.
Yes.
And it was
a lot of native history has not been told. It's not being taught. And like I said, it's all a part of native genocide, native erasure. We are just so invisible. Our culture, our everything is just, we're just invisible from American pop culture, unless it's our name or an image, a caricature. They can take our feathers and our, name cars and street names and cities after our tribes and shit, but they don't want to stick to humanity to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's important that these stories are told, So yeah, I am glad that, especially for the Osage people, this for their I am not Osage, but I know this is probably a big part of their history, and I think it's important that they got their story being told. And from what I hear, it does honor that. It does honor that.
I do feel like the Osage nation or community, they were not like background characters aside. Like, they were humanized in the story also.
Mm-hmm.
So it did make you feel sympathetic for them just as much as it makes you feel sympathetic for the assholes, Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro played. It made you feel for their plight also. So it made you feel for what they were going through, and it made you feel even more, like Leonardo DiCaprio is a piece of shit for the stuff he's doing. Even though he may be in deeper than what he thought he was getting into, you realize that you're really wrong for what you're doing with this.
Yeah.
Especially since he ingratiated himself in the culture, moved into the neighborhood, had a family, and he's still doing this fucked up shit.
He's a scumbag.
It was definitely a scumbag. But it's three things they did. I guess Martin Scorsese says that if you do these three things with a character, then you can make them do anything, and they can still be sort of sympathetic. Like, for instance, like he loved he did love his family. I'm talking about Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie. He did love his family. Loved his wife, loved his kids. It was almost time he was being manipulated a lot of times, so it made like Robert De Niro the real asshole that was kind of like manipulating him. So since she feel like it may not be of his own actions. He's being manipulated. Okay, we can feel for that also. So I guess if you do these things with him, like maybe you can make a character sympathetic. Oh, and also he was like really stupid in this movie. It was doing a lot of stupid shit that you either he doesn't know what's going on or he's pretending like he doesn't know what's going on. Either way, he's too stupid to like really be, to be mad at basically. So that's how they frame him in this movie. So they do just enough of this. Like if somebody watched, they could be sympathetic of, but I was like, Scorsese, you're not fooling me. This guy's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit the whole time. So yeah. So, yeah. But like I said, Eli, everything everybody's telling you about this movie, I'm telling you the same thing about this movie. Watch it at your own peril. I know you're going to eventually get around to it, but yeah, the reasons you don't want to watch the movie are the reasons, that all the stuff is in the movie. So yeah.
And I'm a Scorsese fan. I think he's one of the best filmmakers ever. Some movies I like more than others. But I know his style. I know he is his craft. He's a great visual storyteller, but I also know he's relentless when it comes to violence.
The violence is like, I don't know how to frame this. It's there. It's like uncaring. It's there. Like
it's shocking. He's not. He doesn't glorify his Scorsese violence is very shocking and raw and visceral and relentless. So I know. I know how that is. So again, back to being native. That's going to be hard for me to watch. Especially, this represents a time where. Genocide just came so easily. You know what I mean? Racism towards natives and other minorities is just so ingrained in American culture. It's part of American history. I mean, people try to deny it, but America was built on that. So I know this is tapping into a hard part of history.
Yeah. Now, that's what I did want to ask you.
I hear natives are like, yeah.
Now, I did want to ask you, like I said, this really happened, so I really want to know, and I'm pretty sure it did. I just want to know if you know about this. Did she really go to Congress and ask them for help?
I don't know that much of the details.
Okay.
But I do know that this was like the start of the FBI.
Yes. The FBI started. That's what I'm saying. She went to Congress. Like, y'all need to help us out because the police aren't doing anything. And that's when the FBI
reservation land is considered sovereign, and it has its own laws, its own governments, and all that.
Right.
Did I just cut out?
A little bit, but you came back in.
Am I here? Are
you went out and came back in.
Am I there? Am I there? Did I just cut out?
You did, but you came back in. Did you come back after you came back in? Hold on. Why you cutting out?
Okay, so I don't know how much you heard, but reservations are considered sovereign nations where they have their own governments and laws and they can govern themselves. So as far as cops investigating these murders, for one thing, the cops were corrupt is what I understand. And they didn't give a shit.
Yeah. In this movie, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. But also state police don't have jurisdiction on, native land. So they had to go, the feds do. So they had to create the FBI to investigate these murders. That's what I understand about it.
So and that's why the FBI came down, because that's basically what happened. She took her last, and in the movie she took her last money that she had while they were poisoning her in her sleep, to go to to Congress and basically beg Congress, and she had to pay Congress off also. They kind of slipped that part in at the very end, but she had to pay them off to get them to come down there. And then once she did that, then the FBI came down and investigated, this all fucked up. So really fucked up story. I'm glad it's creating dialogue and discussion, and people are seeing how fucked up it was, and I'm glad the story exists.
It's important that these stories are being told. Like I said, it honors Native history. Although it's hard to watch and it may be hard to hear, but we honor the past by telling the truth, and then by acknowledging the past, we hopefully create a better future. The hope. Right. But and
I can't even say it ended with a happy ending at the end of the day.
No, it doesn't have a happy ending.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no rich folks in Oklahoma, rich Native folks. In Oklahoma.
Right.
Like, like Black Wall Street got bombed. Native, the Osage murders. Like, those racists just didn't want colored folks going shopping. You're like,
and honestly, the way
No.
the way the movie opens up, it made me think like, wait, is this Black Wall Street? Like no, like Native American Wall Street? Okay, but it's like because they were doing the same thing. It was just like they were playing golf, they were like buying mansions, they had butlers. Like, okay, I'm not gonna get too deep into the movie. If you watch it, don't watch it. You know, everybody other than Eli and Fat T, it's a recommend.
Cutting out again.
Put 3 hours and 20 minutes away because you're gonna be sitting down there for a long time. But I recommend to watch it on Apple TV. What do we got?
Yeah,
here?
Fat T's in the house. I saw.
Yeah.
Oh, Jake's in the house.
Jake's in the house also. How you doing,
What
Jake?
up,
We're
Jake?
good. I'm bumming out Eli. That's all. You know?
No, well, like I said, Fat T, he was with me at that powwow just after when lockdown. Just after lockdown, there was a powwow we went to, and that's when we first heard about this movie being made, and that they were looking for Native extras. And we're all making jokes at the powwow, like, "Hey, should we go play Dead Indians in the new Scorsese flick?"
Hey, don't feel bad when they feel the Time to Kill back in the 90s. Hey, I almost went to that casting call. So,
there you go. Yeah. Hollywood and
one of my classmates was in that movie, A Time to Kill. He's like in like
A Time to Kill.
Frame. Yeah, but when Matthew McConaughey walked past him, like one of the so he was in it for like 2 seconds. He walked in the next day in school like he was a fucking movie star. Like, hold my autograph. Fuck that dude, man.
Yeah,
anyway.
the minority Hollywood and minority-minded misery. They love it.
Right. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm going to cheer you up, Eli. Well, I think I'm going to bum myself out, but I'm going to cheer you up. Let's talk about something kind of fun or something either fun or fucked up. It depends on your point of view. Let's talk about it. I'm going to let you start off because this is about, you there. We're going to talk about Dune. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Dune.
Okay.
Part 2.
Now, Dune Part 2. So, like I said, the movie comes out and they were done. Warner Brothers was done for that shooting movie back to back, but that's neither here nor there. You know.
Yeah, they were.
Hold up, let's see what this one is. Eli, weren't you? Wait, what you in House Party? What? Which one? The old one or the new one?
Yeah, which one are you talking about?
They made like 5 of them. Which one?
There's like, there's a bunch of them.
The one with Bernie Mac? Which one?
The one with that's not turtles, that's ass. No. the grandma.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna talk about Dune Part 2. Like I said, and you know what's funny about it? That Dune almost released on the same day as the Marvels, but they pushed it back. Not because of the Marvels, because of the strike. That's why.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, it's going to release on March 31st. So the thing is, Eli, now, I'm gonna let you talk about this because I know you want to talk about it. So what would you want to talk about on this?
Oh, the picture. Do you got that picture?
This?
Yeah.
And that? Okay.
That's the popcorn bucket. That's when you go see Dune, you can get the popcorn bucket / sex toy.
Okay, so what do you call those things in Dune again? I never remember.
Oh, the sandworms, the Shai Halud.
I knew they had a crazy name on there. Okay, so you go to Dune, and you're gonna be getting popcorn. They're giving you popcorn shaped like an asshole. That's basically what it is. Popcorn bucket shaped like an asshole. So you're gonna have to reach in an asshole, pull out your popcorn, and stuff your face with it. So yes, that's what Dune wants you to do. Eat asshole in the middle of the movie. That's how you're gonna get the theaters back here. And no, it is not a collector's item. Do not collect this shit and bring it back. You know what? I might collect that, get that popcorn box, bring it on here, and eat ass on the middle of the podcast off of YouTube.
With no hands.
Right. Just show my face. That would get us banned, Eli. That would get us banned.
Well, on YouTube, we could take it to other side.
We can take it to the other side. We'll be on OnlyFans. You can watch me eat ass while I.
Yeah, because we ain't making money. We ain't making money on here, man. We could be making money, you know.
We'll make money if we did that. So. Oh, that's all we got. That's all we got for that. Dune 2, I'm happy for it. I'm excited for it. Eli, like I said, I watched Dune 1. I like, okay, it's okay. But honestly, you sold me on Dune 2. You did your like deep dive in it and told me all stuff that was gonna happen in it. So then I went and started digging into Dune. I was like, oh, that's where the story's going?
Yeah.
That's interesting. So
all the cool shit happens in the second half. Like the first Dune movie didn't even get to all the cool shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you're telling me. So now when you're telling me all the stuff that did happen, I'm like, oh, okay, well, wait for that. So yeah. Oh, plus that dude that Sting plays is gonna show up in the movie. So I mean in the first movie. Yeah. So yeah. Being played by Elvis.
Faye, yeah.
Well, the Elvis guy. So yeah. So what's the next thing I got? Oh, another thing I'm gonna throw to you. We, like I said, we're gonna lighten the mood. Now, this one I don't know anything about, Eli. I'm gonna let you handle this because this is about the new Roadhouse that just came out. So.
Well, yeah, it's just my excuse to talk about the new Roadhouse. So there's a Roadhouse.
Yeah, good, bad. I don't know where you're going with this. So,
well, there's a Roadhouse remake starring Jake Gyllenhaal. For those who don't know, Roadhouse, a classic piece of cinema.
Are you saying that sarcastically, or I don't know. I can never tell.
I enjoyed Roadhouse.
You're like yes and no, and
it's cool. Like no, it is this big Hollywood class.
Will you describe it as what other has described?
It's not high art.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying,
it's not high art, but it's fun. It's a fun, dumb movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
I saw it at the drive-in.
Are you describing it as the best bad movie? That's the thing.
It's one of them. Yeah, it's a cool like popcorn flick, And being that I used to be security at a bar, then we would stupidly make quotes from this movie, Wow.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're remaking this. The reason why the article I shared with you, I guess it got picked up by Amazon, and the director is now boycotting the premiere because it's going straight to Amazon and not theaters. So I guess that was in this contract that they promised that Amazon was going to release it in theaters, but now they're not. It's going straight to streaming. And from what I understand, I guess when a movie doesn't go to theaters, the people don't really get paid much for it because
that's
they
the
don't.
Whole thing Disney did with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, so he's basically doing that. Yeah, he's kind of boycotting the South by Southwest premiere or whatever. So and his excuse. I mean, he's got legitimate. It's got Conor McGregor in it. He plays like the villain. Conor McGregor is the UFC fighter. People might know him from when he fought. The boxing match, the big stupid boxing match. Mayweather. He fought Mayweather. Yeah. Made a bunch of money and lost and shit because that's all he cares about. But he's the villain in it, and he's saying the Conor McGregor fan base would have probably came out to see this movie, and it probably would have did pretty good numbers at the box office. That's what he argued. But now it's not going to the box office. They're not going to get. They're not going to share it in any of those profits. So that's his argument. So that's pretty legit. I guess.
I mean, if they signed the deal to put it in the theaters and don't put it in the theaters, then I mean, he's got.
Yeah.
Why is he boycotting and making a hissy fit? Why not sue them? Shit,
I guess.
That was Scarlett Johansson did. She sued Disney.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, Amazon's even bigger than them. So yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just like
space. So shit.
I'm just like, hey, another Roadhouse movie, a remake of Roadhouse exists. So there you go to the anti-woke, crowd who bitches about anytime a woman superhero shows up in movies and go woke, go broke. All those assholes. Well, here's a fucking movie. Shut the fuck up.
Right. And that's the thing, and they probably would have shown up for that, but yeah.
Yeah, this could have been, the everyone who loved Top Gun would have ran out and saw the new Roadhouse.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I'm starting to notice now is that when movies come out in the theaters, we don't talk about them. We don't talk about movies that come to streaming. So, like for instance, what movie came out on streaming not too long ago? I don't know.
That Netflix with the Kevin Hart movie.
No, not that bullshit. It was something. Oh, Mission Impossible. That's what it was. Mission Impossible.
Oh, okay.
So Mission Impossible came out on Paramount Plus, and people were actually having conversation about it. But even though the movie came out 6 months ago, nobody said shit about it then. Now people are having a conversation about whether it's good, whether it's not bad. Like, so you don't get any dialogue on social media nowadays unless it actually hits streaming. So the thing is now when Roadhouse come on Amazon, everybody's gonna talk about it. Good, bad, whatever. Everybody's gonna talk about it. If it just came in the movies, we're not gonna see that shit. We're not. I'll go see it. Nobody else gonna be. I'm being there by myself. But what else we got? What happened to the?
Oh, that would be hilarious. That would totally piss off.
Was that really a thing? Was that really gonna be a thing?
Oh, I don't know. But that would be hilarious.
Yeah,
that would be fucking hilarious if they if they made a
nobody would see that shit, man. Nobody would see that shit.
No, man. If you had like a bull lesbian chick kicking ass in like a shit kicker hick bar, stealing all the pussy from the hilarious. That's the Roadhouse movie I want to see. No.
I don't know, man. It's just I don't. Honestly, I know you have maybe you have a soft spot for Roadhouse. To me, it was just a movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I saw it, I never thought twice about that movie until other people started making it to be a bigger thing than what it was. Like, oh, it's this, and that. And I'm like, really? I kind of forgot that movie was a thing. It was okay. Like I said, I saw it later night on HBO. It's just like whatever. But yeah. So that's it. Roadhouse. It'll be out. We'll talk about it, and that's it. That being said, can we move on to the next part of the podcast?
Sure.
Okay. So now we're going to the video game section. Eli, we didn't talk about Indiana Jones last week.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're not going to talk about it this week either, but we're going to talk about something else. Okay. Like I said, I'm back on Street Fighter, and I'm slowly getting better than what I was before. So I decided to upload another match and just show the improvement on here. So we're going to go and just see.
Knockdown! Here comes the victim! Excellent read!
Oh, I ate that.
Spends it all on the super! Not shy one bit about it! They're back into the corner now!
I ain't hit the ground.
Back row was huge! Shoots their shot! Punish counter sets the table! Player 2, here comes the...
Get him up out of here, baby! That's all. Like I said, I just want to just show a little clip there. I'm slowly starting to get my groove back. The power is starting to slowly return. So, yeah. Hold up. What do we got here? I always got to blow this up so you can see it. Oh,
yeah. That's the thing about this new format. I can't read the.
Yeah, I can't read it either, but I had to blow it up every time. Thank you, Jake. Okay, here's the thing, Jake. I had to make a decision. I'm glad you brought that up, Jake. I had to make a decision. So, yes, I was going to get Tekken until I realized it was $10 more. Eli, did you know video games are $70 now?
Yeah, they're expensive as fuck, man.
I'm like, no. When it comes down,
I just got the last Tekken like last year because it was only $20. I'm still playing the last Tekken.
Which one is the last Tekken? I want to see which one you got because I feel like you got the wrong
7 or whatever.
Okay. You're up to date. Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like 4.
No,
that's the most recent one. Like, no, they're on 8 now. So yeah. So it looks beautiful, looks great. I will get it when the price comes down. I am not paying $70 for the base game, not including the digital and the legendary and all the premium.
Oh yeah, with all the characters and all that shit, it's like $150 now. Like,
yes, I'm like, no. So here's the thing. So I had to make a decision. I'm not gonna get that game.
Groceries or a video game? Yeah.
We don't need to eat. Ham sandwiches and Tekken 8. That's all you need. Bologna sandwiches. Ham is too expensive. My fault. No. But I am going to get a video game this week, Eli.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying. What am I buying? Oh, Suicide Squad. That's what I'm buying.
Oh, did that come out this week?
Yeah, Kill the Justice League. I'm getting that. Also.
Yeah. So, that's cool.
Oh, also, before we move on to the next part of the podcast, can I take you to show you the Christmas? Can I show you my Christmas present I bought myself?
All right.
Okay. This is the present I bought myself. AirPod
headphones?
Max. Yeah, headphones. Yeah, headphones. But AirPod Max. Like the AirPod Max Pro, whatever. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. So I showed them to my family and stuff like that, during Christmas. And I'm like, I bought the AirPod Max. And everybody's looking at me like, what do they do? I'm like, what do they do? What do you mean, what do they do? They're AirPods. They're like, okay. But anyway, they're awesome. I just listen to them just walking around the house up like that, I want to Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm in the house by myself with those on, listen to them. So sounds great. Dolby Max, all this stuff going around, Scorsese shooting people like, ooh, it sounds great, what is this? I can't see that either. You got to read it out for me. Yeah, okay. So you get
he's gonna get Suicide Squad too. Yeah.
Hey, it's multiplayer.
Oh, there you go. Maybe I'll get it. I only got my Switch out here.
Harley Quinn. You can be Harley Quinn.
Is it available on Switch? Because that's all I got right now.
No.
Damn it.
No, man, not available on Switch. I think Tekken is 8 isn't either, but yeah. Okay. All right. That being said, can we move on to the next part of the podcast? Okay. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies, where we talk about comic books. And
what about the Bad Batch, yo?
Oh, my fault. I clicked on it and clicked off of it. That's on me. That's on me.
I'd rather talk about Bad Batch than fucking Roadhouse.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I totally forgot about Roadhouse until you brought it up.
My fault. Boom. Let's talk about it. We got the Bad Batch on here right now. The final season. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I do know they said the final season. So I want you to dig into it, Eli. Give to me what we got going on with this.
Yeah, they dropped the trailer for the final season 3 of Bad Batch, which follows the elite squad of clones that went on like black ops missions during the Clone Wars. They were experimental clones, so they all had like special abilities and shit. But after this show takes place after the Clone Wars are done, after Order 66. And now these soldiers have no missions. So they basically become outlaws. They're doing crimes. They're doing dirt around the galaxy. That's kind of what the show is. Yeah, kind of. And last season was great. A lot of fucked up shit happened. Omega got fucking kidnapped. There's an named Omega. She's female. She's like the opposite of Boba Fett. And she has been kidnapped.
So when they clone her, they just took out a chromosome.
Yeah, they basically, she's an unaltered clone, like Boba Fett was. So she got kidnapped last season and I'm stoked. This is a good show. I'm excited about it. I'm stoked for this new season. However, this has blown up on the internet because in the trailer, Asajj Ventress shows up.
Uh-oh.
Now Asajj Ventress was Dooku's apprentice. She was a prominent character on the Clone Wars show. And the thing is, she was killed. She was killed in a novel called Dark Disciple.
Oh, in a novel?
But here,
she wasn't killed on the show.
But here it is. Those novels are canon because Dark Disciple was supposed to be an episode of the Clone Wars before Nickelodeon canceled the show. Yeah, because Nickelodeon had the Clone Wars before Disney bought out Star Wars. There's actually schematics. You can go online and see actual clips that they were working on for that story arc. But they never finished the show. They never finished that episode. So they wrote a novel, which, it's about Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos, the native Jedi. And in that novel, Asajj Ventress is killed by Dooku. Now, this is the second time Asajj Ventress has been killed. She was also killed in the original Clone Wars cartoon. Remember that one that the guy from Samurai Jack did?
Right. However, they specifically said that wasn't canon.
That wasn't canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was also Asajj Ventress's first appearance. But in that cartoon, Asajj Ventress was killed by Anakin. So this is like the second time she's dying. Like she's like third time's the charm. They keep retconning her death. So that's kind of blown up on the internet. Now I dug a little into this, and it turns out that the makers of the show, Filoni or whoever it was, says that novel, Dark Disciple, is still canon.
They kind of writing themselves in the corner. They could have easily just said fuck the novel. Now they're saying nope, everything happened in the novel. Because in that novel, Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos fell in love. He went to the dark side, but when she was killed, he got back from the dark side. He turned away from the dark side, went back to the light, joined the Jedi again, all that shit. And of course there's theories like just make her a clone, pretend she's a clone or whatever. But also Asajj Ventress is a Night Sister. She is from Dathomir. Night Sisters are those witches that we've seen on the Ahsoka show.
They were on the Clone Wars.
And shit and,
Yeah, so they have like, the bringing back to life, magic or whatever. They could do something like that because yes, Darth Maul survived. That's how they brought Darth Maul back.
right.
So I don't know. Like I'm saying.
So basically, what you're saying is they could easily explain this shit.
Yeah, they can,
Okay.
but purists are kind of freaking out. And at this point, I'm old school. Like Star Wars has gone through. It's going on 50 years now. I've gone through so much Star Wars shit that I'm like, whatever at this point. But at some point, I'm like, some deaths just kind of,
Eli, no matter how jaded you get, nerds will be nerds. You know that continuity is like our life's blood.
Yes,
we get bent out of shape over this shit. It's just
like
that's one thing that no matter what genre we're in or what hobby we have, if you're a nerd, you get bent out over that shit.
Yeah, if they brought back Uncle Ben, that would fuck up Spider-Man, his whole mythology.
Yeah,
if
they brought, wait, they did bring back Uncle Ben. But anyway, that's nothing.
Well, not in Jonathan Hickman's What If novels that he does. But I think you even mentioned that. You said, people want Tony Stark back in the MCU, blah blah blah. But if they brought Tony Stark back, that would totally negate Endgame and the impact of Endgame.
Right.
That would make Endgame meaningless. All the emotions and the impact of that movie would be, meaningless if you brought back,
which is
if you undid the spice of Tony Stark,
Yeah, they complain about Marvel for doing it. They bring back too many people they killed off. Meanwhile, they want to bring back people they killed off. You can't have it both ways,
Yeah. And I mean, so and now is Asajj Ventress a big enough character like Tony Stark or Uncle Ben?
Right.
Probably not. People who've never watched the Clone Wars
cried when Asajj Ventress died.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it happened in a book. No one even knows about it. Yeah. But there's this
thing.
But back to canon, there's some things like, like I said, there's so much Star Wars shit being made that they're just drying up the well, and some things just aren't hitting. Like the Obi-Wan show just didn't hit for me because it showed Obi-Wan and Vader like fighting, having all these duels and shit. Right. They were cool duels, and they were wielding all these awesome powers that you never saw in the original trilogy. But it should have been
a movie.
Yeah, but it's like takes away from the impact of that final duel on the Death Star. This is the last time we met. I was a learner. Now I am the master. You know what I mean? Well, it turns out that
they've been all those years that know about each other, but it turns out they did. So
Obi-Wan's been kicking his ass all his life. Like, not only does it take away from the impact of that duel, it just makes Vader look even more like a bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
right? So he's the guy that chopped me in half is alive. I'm not gonna go look for him. I'm just gonna if he's over there, I'm just gonna go over here.
And on Obi-Wan, like Vader's like pulling spaceships out of the sky with the Force. He's doing all this ill shit, but he can't kick Obi-Wan's ass. Like, come on.
Right. And they just stick fighting.
Yeah. But hey, it looks cool. It looks awesome. And that's what people love. And I get it. Whatever. It's not mine anymore. So, but yeah, I'm just saying that when they keep doing shit like this, it kind of sort of, but I will still watch it. I'm still excited season of Bad Batch. I'm curious to see how they bring back Asajj Ventress. Because if they bring back Asajj Ventress, they just might bring back Quinlan Vos. And that just means, hey, there'll be a native Jedi on Star Wars. So there you go.
It happened.
Yeah.
So, all right. That being said, can move on to the next part podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books, and Eli, I'm gonna let you jump in first and see what you got and what you gonna start off with first.
Well, let's just do this Punisher number 3.
Okay. If you weren't reading this book, I would get it, but since you are reading it, I'm not getting it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm there you go. I'm doing you a favor. So this is that the new Punisher run with Joe Garrison, who's an ex-Shield agent.
Ass name, man. And you know what? He just looks like a Shield agent. He don't even like a Punisher. He's just like a Shield agent just running around. So like, what's so exciting about this? He's just a dude.
He's a Shield agent.
Just call him the dude. Just be done with
it. Yeah, he's basically Cable. He's a Shield agent with Shield tech. Basically it's the same scenario. His wife and children were killed in a bombing. He's going around after the people who did it. He's, uncovering this big conspiracy. His wife knew something she didn't supposed to know, and so she was the target. And in this issue, he's got cops on his trail, but then he goes toe to toe with Fear Master. So on that cover, I thought it was Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's the Fear Master.
Okay, so this knockoff Punisher has his own Rose Gallery.
Yeah, so Fear Master is basically like the Scarecrow from Batman. They got fear toxin. He gets injected with fear toxin, starts having all these fucked up nightmares about his wife. It's all trippy. Kind of reminded me of Max Payne. Remember those nightmare levels in Max Payne? Kind of like that, and it's all trippy and weird, and he feels guilty and all that shit. And then he snaps out of it and kicks the Fear Master's ass, and then it turns out that the Fear Master is working for an organization called Jigsaw.
What? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've never heard of the Fear Master. I had to look it up and who the fuck is
Fear Master a thing? I thought they just made it up for this book.
No, the Fear Master is a thing. It turns out the Fear Master is a Punisher villain from Punisher 2099.
But was it a chick or a dude?
I don't know. I don't remember. But that makes sense because I never got into Punisher 2099 because it was kind of like.
Oh, you said 2099. Oh, I don't know. I thought you meant like the issue of 20. I don't know what. I heard what I wanted to hear. Sorry about that.
Yeah, remember back in the 90s, they had futuristic Punisher.
Yeah, all that shit.
Or like Spider-Man, the Miguel Harris, Spider-Man 29. They had those futuristic Marvel books.
Was a giant dinosaur and shit. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So they had a Punisher 2099, futuristic Punisher with futuristic tech and futuristic villains like the Fear Master. And that's when I'm like, this makes sense because this is what this book feels like. It kind of feels like futuristic Punisher with all these weird gadgets and shit, space guns and lasers and shit. And I'm like, no, that's why I'm not into this because I never got into Punisher 2099.
Nobody read Punisher 2099. That's why the book was canceled.
Yeah. So this is what it's basically. It's a Punisher 2099 reboot basically. It's all right. Like I said, it's going through the motions. It's got all the roots are there, all the seeds and Punisher tropes are there. It's just not Frank Castle.
Yeah, it's just generic Shield guy. It's
instead of Uzis and shotguns and grenades, it's ray guns and shit.
I don't think they should call him Punisher. He should be called something else. And I might have gave this book a chance.
Yeah, like Cable too.
Make a Shield agent do Shield stuff. Okay. Hell, I mean that's basically what Nick Fury was doing in the 80s and the 90s and shit. It was just Nick Fury when it just on adventures, just doing shit.
Yeah.
You could have just had another Nick Fury book. Have him go on spy missions, all shit like that. I don't know. It's just
it's Punisher, but not Punisher. You know what I'm saying?
We don't like this guy. Just kill him off screen. Throw another Shield agent in the next run and just try it again. Let's see where we go with this.
But remember when I said I wasn't sure if I was going to get the next issue, and I was like, I'll get it if it's a light week and I got nothing else to read. Well, that's exactly what happened.
This was a light week, man.
Yeah. I was like, well, fuck it. I might as well read the next issue of the Punisher.
I'm like, damn, y'all just said fuck nothing come out. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I read this because nothing else was out. So I was like, well, I might as well.
I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel. I almost did a retro book. I was like, I'll say that for later. All right.
So this gets I guess it's a 3 out of 5. It's just fine. It's perfectly fine. Will I get the next issue? We'll see. If it's another light week, maybe.
Okay. Here's the thing. I'm gonna sell you on the next issue. The next issue is the last issue.
Is it? So there's
Yeah.
only 4 issues?
Yep.
Well, I might as well then.
You might as well. Yeah.
I came this far.
Yeah, because that's what Marvel is doing. I mean, honestly, Marvel always done this. They'll be like a 4-issue miniseries, see how the numbers do, and if it's good, then they launch it. If not, fuck it. Never happened. So
I'll find out who the Jigsaw crew is or whatever.
He'll take off his mask, be some hot ass supermodel dude, you know.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. It'll be like Magic Mike. They'll all start stripping and.
Oh man! All right, so let's see. All right, so the next book I'm going to do is Resurrection of Magneto. This is part of the Fall of X.
I read this.
Falling. What?
I read this
okay.
because there was nothing to read. So I was like, "Let me."
To read. You're right. There was nothing to read. I
read this, and I was by page 3. I was like, "Oh, this is why I don't read X-Men."
This is the most X-Men-y book I've read in a while. This is pure Colombian in your veins X-Men. This is that shit right there.
Yeah, I was like, let me dip my toes into X-Men and see what the fuck is going on.
This is raw, uncut X-Men.
And I did not know what the fuck was going on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how deep in X-Men you want to go? Because this is as deep as you can go. This was like, pull back a little bit, man. This is too much X-Men for me.
Oh yeah, by page 3, when you got to the big old, now in this issue they get the big novel of text, like what's been going on.
That's that old good Chris Claremont goodness. This wall of text of just bullshit.
Oh, here we go. I got to read a newspaper article to know what's going on in this 30-page comic book.
And then they refer to other bad shit. Read Gambit number 5 from 1992. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not reading.
Oh yeah, Gambit. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Right, a Gambit solo book. I gotta know what the fuck that pure X-Men, baby, pure X-Men.
Yeah. This was exhausting. I'm gonna go take a shit while you review it now.
Notice how I got the format. I fixed the format. So
there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, I told you last week was a beta run. Okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. So like I said, let's get into it. So we start off with a dream Storm is having about Magneto in hell with 5 masks around him. Now, why are there 5 masks around him, different masks? We don't know. Apparently, it symbolizes something. We'll get into it later on. And Storm wakes up in a cold sweat, dreaming about Magneto next to not T'Challa.
Not T'Challa. That's what I said. Oh, that ain't T'Challa.
Right. That's not T'Challa, right?
I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Right. That's her new boyfriend that she got in X-Men Red. He's some astronaut male model dude. He's just a
Jigsaw.
Dude. Yes. he's part of Project Jigsaw. There's nothing but hot male models. That's all they are. So yeah. So she's freaking out and she's like, oh, I'm having nightmares. And she like, calm down. It's gonna be okay. And she calms down. And then they go back to sleep. And yeah, so like I said, Superman's weakness, kryptonite. Storm's weakness, I'm not gonna say anymore because I don't want to get
humans.
The British Broadcasting Channel. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah. So anyway, she's having this nightmare about Magneto. She realized what she has to do. She like, it's finally time. Let's go. So she goes to
right there. That like once I got to that, I'm like, oh shit. I put the book down.
This was the least X-Men shit going right. This is the calm before the storm. Pun intended. it get real X-Men-y towards the end. But anyway, she ends up here. She's meeting Blue Marvel. So it's Blue Marvel actually doing some research on Orchis also and realize Orchis tripping out. Now, the other chick with him, I don't know who the fuck that is. I think it's a Al Ewing creation he just made for the Defender. She's here. She's like, hey, I need you to send me to hell or some shit. I need to go rescue Magneto from death or some shit. So the other chick blah, 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 like that. Anyway, she's like, okay, cool. I'll take you to go see Magneto in the afterlife. I built a machine that can go to the afterlife, and I'll send you there. But before you go there, I got to do all these. And he like reformatted a Krakoan gate or some shit.
That's a cool panel right there.
It's a cool panel. Yeah. and that's why we read X-Men.
Yeah.
But anyway, Blue Marvel tells Storm, okay, before you go through the gate, I got to do certain precaution made, stuff like that. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. She just jumped through the gate. And now she's in.
Question.
Like, now. Okay. Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
That lightning bolt on her chest, is that have to do with Carol Danvers or it's just her lightning?
No, she's had this since the 80s. And she goes
Okay.
away and then comes back, stuff like that. So yeah. So nothing to do with Cara Danvers, just Storm's thing.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Just wondering.
Yeah. So she goes to the afterlife. Now, this may be me interpreting this. I'm saying she's in purgatory. To break it down, because like I said, X-Men gets up his own ass a lot. So I'm gonna just break it down to as much as
You
possible.
mean purgatory like magic, like Ileana's purgatory?
No, like biblical purgatory. Not Marvel.
Well, what the fuck is Ileana in? Not biblical. I don't know. Just go on. Just I don't care.
Anyway, she meets one of our old enemies, Karn. Yeah, Karn the Uncaring. She meets him, and she's like, "Hey, Storm, hi, what you doing? So why are you here, Storm? Obviously, you're here for somebody." She's like, "I'm here for Magneto, the guy that killed you." And she's like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So you're taking me back with you, otherwise you're not going back." And then Tarn the Uncaring turns into some mutant monster because that's his mutant power. Apparently, he's a magic mutant. So he turns into the monster, and Storm's just like, okay, so why don't you just turn me into, why don't you do this shit you did to me last time and make me fight myself? She's like, because I want you to savor the battle and I want to enjoy every bit of it. She's like, nah, you just weaken here. That's all. Meanwhile, since this is magic land and it is purgatory, I'm super magic also, because Storm is a magic being also that she just found out about. So anyway, he turns to this big mutant monster. You're like, you are just a mutant. I am mutation itself. What are you, little omega mutant? She like, I am a mutant, god, goddess, warrior, queen. You know, she just runs off the checklist of all the shit she is. And you are standing on a cloud. And then, well, now that's a cool panel right there.
That was cool. That was the best moment. That made the book right here.
Yeah, she just one shot Kamehameha spear bomb his ass and he's done.
I am the Storm Rider or something, or I control storms and you're standing on a cloud, asshole.
Right. So she goes some long soliloquy, some shit like that. But anyway, he's done. So yeah. So while she's watching him just whirl away, shit like that, then she gets approached by her ancestor Ashaki, who was like a Egyptian witch from Egypt, you know, or mutant or witch or whatever like that. Apparently she was in Gambit #2 or some shit. I don't know. Anyway,
and 3. Is that the 90s Gambit though? Is that like?
Well, I don't know. I think they relaunched Gambit like recently or some shit. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Like I said, X-Men gets on my ass sometimes too much. I don't know what the fuck going on. Anyway, she's here. She's trying to tell Storm what the fuck's going on. She's like, look, I'm here for Magneto. And while Storm is thinking, like her ancestor is reading her word bubbles. Like, oh yeah, I know what you're thinking. Just go ahead and say it. So she's looking for Magneto. And she's telling him, okay, Magneto is in this tower. And she's having she's like, hey, you real friends like that? Yeah. Magneto, my friend. It kind of goes the whole thing from when they started off as enemies and slowly became friends, and Magneto became like a mentor to her. And yeah. And she basically tells him, like, okay, and she also say, like, if I'm in the waiting room where we send all the mutants to come get them to resurrect them from Krakoa, where are they? Why the only one I saw was Tony and Karen? She was like, the reason you don't see the mutants here because they went with her, Death. Yes, Thanos' girlfriend. And they're like, oh shit, yeah. They're like, so they didn't wait for us? Like, there's no reason to wait because you're not bringing them back anyway. So they just left. So she's like, but they're gone forever? She's like, come on, man, it's a Marvel universe. Anybody can come back anytime they want to, you know, so don't worry about it. So anyway, she's like, where's Magneto? She's like, Magneto is in this tower. Where's the tower? She's in that tower right there. You want Magneto, go in the tower, but be careful because you go in the tower, you might not come back because apparently they're showing Magneto. Well, anyway, I didn't show the panel, but Storm, his body is still in what's the dude's name? Blue Marvel is in Blue Marvel's headquarters, and she has no pulse. So they're trying to revive her back to life. Because they can't, she's gonna be stuck there. So Storm goes in the tower blows up, and now she's by the Dominion. Should I explain the Dominion?
Is that like the Nimrod name? I don't know. If you want, I don't care.
Nimrod, I'm sorry, Dominion hurts my head, to be honest with you.
Well, isn't that like where all the memories are or some shit?
No. Dominion is that robot god that one of the Sinisters turned into at the end of the Sinister. At the end of the
did I read all of it? I can't even remember that.
Yeah, but really he's hanging out in the negative zone. They briefly mentioned, but that's where he's at. He's in the negative zone right now. So that's where Storm is. She's in the negative zone, talking to the Dominion. The Dominion is like afraid that the Beyonders are going to come and kill him. That's the only thing that the Dominion is afraid of. The Beyonders are coming for him. So anyway, he knows where Magneto is. He sends Storm to where Magneto is, and yeah, so Storm ends up. That's a cool panel too, where she like sew all the costumes and whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
all the
So
storms.
Storm ends up in the place, or like the very first panel of the story, she ends up in her dream. Apparently, she's in hell, and if you look at the bottom, she also has those 5, crowns around her head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she sees the river of floating lava, and she sees Magneto floating in the river also. Now, all those names that I don't know, maybe it's all the people he killed and stuff like that. Anyway, Magneto's in hell. To be continued. So, yeah, that's going on right now. So,
But not
like
green hell.
Oh yeah, they got a bunch of hells. I forgot. So yeah, not
Is this
that
red hell?
Yeah, just the red hell, the other hell.
X hell or something.
X hell, I guess.
Al Ewing wrote that Hulk book where he introduced green
Yes.
hell and all that shit. The
Yes.
one below all and all that shit. So
There's a bunch of shit he wrote that he's referring to in here, like that Beyonder shit that happened in the New Defenders. That's a book,
and that's what kind of what it reminded me of like his green hell like concept.
And I think a lot of it, because he wrote. Not only did he write the Green Hell, he wrote what's that book? The Ultimates, not the Ultimates, the other Ultimates, the one with Blue Marvel and Black Panther and Monica Rambeau. That Ultimates.
Yeah, I didn't
where
read
they
that.
just went around cosmic shit and stuff like that. So a lot of this referring to that also. So yeah, like I said, this is a lot of X-Men. I kind of flew through that shit. There's a lot of X-Men bullshit that was in that book, but I'm like, yeah. You get the point.
Yeah, I just like okay, how they bringing Magneto back? That's all I wanted to know. Honestly, I didn't need the whole.
You already know just from this first book. There's 3 more issues, but you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be this big esoteric journey, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's the X-Men.
They gotta stretch this shit out. Come on.
Astral planes and psychic battles and other realms and dimensions, and I was just like, yeah. Just take me back to the streets, and so I can see Daredevil and Punisher fight again.
Spoiler alert: Storm's gonna pluck him out of hell, bring him back. So,
yeah.
All this Fall of X shit, just put the toys in the toy box. That's all it's doing. So So when they relaunch the shit, everything is how you remember it. That's the whole point. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So so what you got next?
Titans Beast World number 5.
I love how you always type it as Beast Wars in the chat.
Did I say Beast Wars?
Yeah, you said Beast Wars in the chat.
Beast World, yeah, it's Beast Wars.
Yeah, it's Beast World, but you always say Beast Wars. There you go.
Beast Wars and Star World. No. So yeah, Beast World number 5, Titans. This is my book of the week. This was dope. This event. This might be like my top best of list or whatever of comics for next year. This issue's dope. So I don't know if how you haven't read this yet, have you?
I haven't read any of this. I mean, even though Beast
I don't know if you want me to. I don't know if you want me to spoil this because there's some dope shit happened in this book.
Go for it. Because whatever you don't tell me, I'm gonna find out on the internet anyway, on Twitter, in the group. Okay, somebody's gonna tell me. So yeah. I'd rather it come from you.
Yeah, so basically Beast World is a bit, Beast Boy turned into Starro, but then he got possessed by the Dr. Hate or whatever and started putting a bunch of Starros on Earth and turned everybody into beasts, like animal monsters. So the Titans have been going around trying to fight them. Eventually, Amanda Waller had Starro killed, or Garo, they called him, Garo.
Garo.
They had him killed. So Beast Boy's dead. Beast Boy Starro is died. He's dead.
Damn. Okay.
I won't tell you how. I'll let you figure that out. And Amanda Waller basically said, "Okay, the Beast Boy threat is over. The spores are done. No more spores. But we got like 1 million people that have been turned into monsters. They're still a threat. We're gonna kill them all. We're gonna send out a bunch of drones and just kill all these beast people." And the Titans are like, whoa. Those are humans. They're like innocent people. You can't just kill them all. We can save them. We can cure them. But Amanda was like, nope, I'm gonna do it. And so Nightwing's like, okay, we got like an hour to talk Amanda Waller from massacring all these people. Cyborg's like, well, if you want, I can just turn off the drones. Like, you can hack into the military.
Do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you can hack into the military. He's like, yeah, I'm fucking Cyborg. Yeah, of course. Like, wait, before you do that, before you become national security risk, let's talk to Amanda Waller and talk some sense into it. So Raven portals Nightwing to Amanda Waller's hideout, and then she's chilling there with Peacemaker.
Right. Because Peacemaker works for Waller now. So yeah.
Yeah. So and Waller's like, oh, what the hell? This guy just broke into a top secret facility. Peacemaker, get his ass. So we get a fight between Peacemaker and Nightwing. and they're fighting, they're talking shit. And Peacemaker's like, you know what? I always hated you. You're such a goody two shoes, pretty boy. Like look at you. Your whole body's covered in body armor except your face. That's why I hate you. You're such a pretty boy. And then Nightwing's like, well, how should I just wear a helmet like you? And then he turns Peacemaker's helmet around backwards so he can't see. And then kicks his ass. It was totally stupid, but hilarious. And kicks Peacemaker's ass. And then he's talking to Waller like, yo, you can't kill these people. They're innocent. We can save them. The Titans are trying to make a better world. We're trying to save these people. We can't just kill innocent people. And Waller's like, don't you understand? Like, the people don't want heroes anymore. They want to be divisive. They want to blame each other. They want to have, they want somebody to blame their problems on. That's what they want. They don't want peace. They want chaos. The world can't handle world peace. They need someone to blame, and so, Cyborg's like, Nightwing's like, okay, Cyborg, shut the drones down. So Cyborg does. He shuts down the drones. And then Waller's like, thank you. You just, you just hacked into the military.
She wanted him to do it.
Yeah. Now the people are going to turn it against you, and now you're going to be the villains now. And then fucking Raven comes in. And she's like, you know what? If I wanted to, I can free my dark side out of my crystal and kill you right here. But
release Trigon and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but Beast Boy would not want me to do that. That's the only thing keeping me from killing you right now. And Waller just laughs. Waller is fucking ill in this movie. She goes, oh, that crystal that's on your head, that's been empty for a while.
Damn. Well, how did she know that?
Yeah, she goes, and then Dr. Hate shows up. It's like, oh, meet Dr. Hate. And Dr. Hate takes off his hood, and it's fucking, what's her face? It's Darkseid Raven.
Darkseid Raven? What? Oh,
Raven's
okay.
Darkseid. Yeah.
Raven's Darkseid. Oh, so that's who Dr. Hate been the whole time?
That's who Dr. Hate's been the whole time.
Oh, shit.
And then Waller's like, Waller is fucking ill. Like, she's like the fucking one of the dopest villains now. Like, she goes, if I knew it was this easy to set up the Titans, I would have killed Beast Boy years ago. And that's kind of how it ends. I'm like, oh shit.
Okay, I got to get in this book now. Okay.
Yeah, and this was dope. And yeah, and another thing, there was a really touching scene where Raven is mourning Beast Boy, and Donna Troy's like, talking to her, and she's talking about how, yeah, I really just want to kill Waller for all this. It would be so easy. I don't even have to be in the same room. I could be miles away and just make her stop breathing. But I know Beast Boy would not want that. That's the only reason. Like, Beast Boy was so believed in his convictions and just basically what it means to be a hero and being selfless. And that's why I can't kill her, because it's Beast Boy would not want that. And that moment was so touching. And that's where I think where Tom Taylor nails it all the time. Like, he gets into the humanity of these super beings. It's why we gave a shit about the MCU so much, because they brought humanity to these super godlike beings. And that's what Tom Taylor has been doing. Like, he did that in like the Superman. So, yeah, you care about these super godlike beings, like, what was that conversation in one of the Superman books where Pa Kent was talking to Bruce Wayne and shit. Like those little moments were like, wow, you're bringing like humanity to these.
He was saying, yeah, I used to talk to Alfred all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Like
I'm the only person, he was the only person that ever understood me, and I'm the only person that understood him. So, yeah.
Yeah. Just getting into the humanity of these super beings, because, yeah, we talk about Hickman and how, especially in like Secret Wars, where he's basically writing a new mythology. He's writing like these superheroes are basically the new gods or a new mythology. They're basically like Greek mythology. The gods fighting on Mount Olympus. That's what Hickman does. He takes superheroes and turns them into mythology. And Tom Taylor takes these gods and makes them human. It makes you care about them. And I just thought that was a really awesome moment between Raven and Donna Troy and just all the ill shit that's going on. It's a dope story, but Tom Taylor brings this layer of humanity to it. That's dope. Like I said, this is my book of the week, and again, this event's been dope. So 5 out of 5. Fuck it.
Tom Taylor, y'all.
Yeah, Tom Taylor.
All right. So my last book, not my book. Your last book was my book of the week. I didn't read it, but the way you described it is obviously a book of the week. This book was just another book I just kind of picked up because there was nothing else to read it. I did one X-Men book. Time to do another X-Men book. Where is it? Is it here? Is that it? No, that's Punisher. Here we go. X-Force. I'm surprised you didn't read this.
Which one?
X-Force.
No, I'm behind on it. Is that the Benjamin Percy? No, I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up. As I'm reading the Wolverine, I'm gonna go back and read X-Force. I'm behind.
Okay, it's cool. Just breaking it down for you. Like I said, Target Beast. That's the name of the book. Basically, Beast has been the main villain of the entire really series.
Yeah,
like
he
I said,
is.
But this is more Fall of X. So we got to put the boys' toys back in the toy box. So we can't have Beast running like an asshole. For the new run that's coming out, we got to put him back. So how are we going to put Beast back to where he was? This book explains it. Boom. Okay. Let's go to it. Yeah. So the book starts off with the X-Force in Antarctica, and we have a scope on Omega Red. See, I didn't know
Omega Red.
Yeah.
Is Omega Red's on X-Force now? Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah. Okay, that's the thing. I didn't know that. And who has a scope on him? Beast. Beast with a sniper rifle is just cool as fuck. I don't know why. I just enjoy that shit.
He should have been using his feet though.
Yeah, he gets to snipe somebody.
Yeah. Has guns in his feet.
Guns in his feet and sniping that way. Yeah, but he hits him in the neck. But it's some kind of like mucus, fungus thing that goes all over. So he just walks past him. Sneaks into the base. Walks past that so they can't hear him. Walks past some X-Men. Goes to his, laboratory that was in there. Read up on some shit, and we get Sage and Blackfoot, Black Tom.
Black Tom.
Yeah, Black Tom. Yeah. So
Deadpool, I was gonna say Black Cassidy. Black Cassidy.
Deadpool fucked him up for me, so I can never remember his name. Anyway, so while they get the alarm that Beast is there, Black Tom goes get the other X-Force men, whatever. Sage runs off to the others. She's like, you go get the X-Men, I go do something else. So they go do that. They run out there, they run to the base, and what do they see? Beast, but he's in some kind of Iron Man armor made by Forge that can like do any kind of thing. And he just like, hello friends, try not to die. And then he just flies off.
Who's all on that squad? Colossus, Wolverine.
Let's run the roster. Okay, let's run the new X-Men roster. So we got Black Tom, Colossus, Wolverine.
Is that Domino?
And Domino, yeah.
Is that X-23?
Yes. Well, Wolverine, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. And Sage, she's not in the picture, but she'll show up later on. So Beast takes his forged Iron Man armor and flies off. He was like, mutant kind needs me. And that's it. And meanwhile, Sage was avoiding the fight altogether. She was like, well, what did he take? He's like, he just took some forged shit. That's all. She's like, good. I'm glad he didn't find out what else was in here. And Wolverine's like, what do you mean what else is in here? Like, let me show you. So she opens the door, and what they find is a Beast clone. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Okay, so the thing is they're just debating on what they should do with the Beast clone. And Sage is like, okay, so what do we do to take down Beast? Wolverine's just like, shit, send me after him. They're like, yeah, Wolverine, we did that a bunch of times.
Yeah,
and you failed.
that's what's going on in the Wolverine book.
Right, yeah, like you've been doing this the whole time and he's been doing nothing. Yeah. So yeah, we need another approach. So the only way we're gonna take down Beast is with Beast. So yeah, that's the only way we're gonna do it. So
only a ninja can destroy a ninja.
Exactly. So that's the only way we're gonna beat him. So, but here's the thing about this, and this is how I love how convenient this is. So they noticed something about this Beast clone. So they know that Beast went into Krakoa and erased all his.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
Erased all his files, so none of the Beast clones, so they can't replicate the Beast clone. But this Beast clone does have memories all the way up conveniently to
the fall of X.
Oh, no, before
to what?
1985 Beast. Remember, like Beast in the 80s?
Okay.
Where he was like an Avenger and defender, shit like that. So he has memories up till that point. Basically, the Beast you remember before he went all asshole. So.
The fluffy teddy bear.
The fluffy teddy bear Beast, the one in the lab coat, shit like that. So he has memories up to the point before, fall of X, became the CIA and became, what is that? Age of Apocalypse, all that bullshit. Before all that shit fucked Beast's mind up. He's before all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and Wolverine's just like, we shouldn't send a Beast after a Beast. Once a killer, always a killer. He's like, oh, is that right? Weapon X? So they're like, you got me. So exactly. So yeah. So basically, it's just like, okay.
So is it only Beast's memory he has?
Yeah. Only Beast memory. Only Beast memory up until that era.
Okay. So this doesn't solve the whole X-Men problem. He doesn't have all the memories. Just Beast memory.
Just be memory. Just be memory. That's it. Up until that point. So he's just that Beast. So up until other shit, he don't know other shit.
So we can't bring all the X-Men back now.
Well, because remember they can't use the 5 anymore.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay. Whatever. Go on. Continue.
Yeah, okay. And plus the whole purgatory waiting room bullshit. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay. So they're gonna free Beast and they're going to, but the thing is that they don't know if this is part of Beast's plan also to put a fake Beast in their lair that's really the real Beast to sabotage their plan. They don't know if he's real or not, so they're gonna free him, quiz him, find out what's going on, and then they all guns blaze. Oh, and Quentin Quire, the Omega Kid, the dude with the purple hair and shit. Okay. And Omega Red. He wasn't hero pose either. So yeah, he's there. So yeah, Beast is there. Beast doesn't know who he is, so he starts smacking people around and shit like that. They're like, I'm your friend, They try to take Beast down. He's dodging them and shit. They can't get him. And I think why does he stop? But I think that he just started asking questions. They were like, oh, he says this classic phrase, "Oh, my stars and garters." So that's how we know this is old Beast, So and Beast freely chains himself up. He was like, okay, y'all chain me up, and like he just quizzing Black Tom about what's going on. So basically, Black Tom is catching him up on the new shit. Krakoa became a sovereign nation. You went crazy. You became CIA agent. You tried to take over the world. You killed Wolverine a bunch of times. Shit. You're like, well, damn, I did some fucked up shit, And he just like, and then he's just asking what, but we doesn't understand that the question he's asking him is how to get out this shit. So Black Tom just eventually just falls asleep, and Beast just like, okay, so basically everybody in the X-Force has control over the Krakoan thing. He was like, okay. Beast says, open. Wow. They're like, that was easy. So he just leaves. And then he goes into other researching on all the fucked up shit that he did. And he looks up all his stuff he's did, all what he's done. He's like, oh, Henry, what have you done? So he just leaves and goes after him. Yeah. We continue. So that's going on right now. So X-Force or Wakanda Forever, whatever, doesn't matter. The point is, they put the toys back in the toy box. They're gonna kill crazy ass Beast, bring back fluffy Beast. There you go. So that's how
good guy Beast is back. Good guy Hank.
And that was easy. I thought it was gonna be complicated. Yeah,
Hi, I'm Hank, and I'm your friend to the end. No.
Exactly. Yeah, he's a big cuddly teddy bear. He's an Ewok. So yeah. So they've solved both Magneto and Beast problems right there before we reboot all this shit.
Hanky the Pooh.
Yeah. Except he's wearing pants. So yeah. So yeah, that's it. They're just gonna individually retcon every reboot every X-Men one by one, just till they fix everybody. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, so that's all I got. So what else you got?
That's it. I mean, I read that. Well, I read that Magneto book. And I read that Thrawn. That new Thrawn.
You gotta read that one. Yeah,
I did read it, but it's all right. It's just Thrawn and Vader teaming up, and it's emo Vader going after fucking Padme, and I'm like, oh Jesus shit. I guess it's based on the novel. I'm just gonna wait for the trade or for all the issues. Those ones are just too slow. I want to read it all in like the trade or whatever. So I'm just gonna wait till all the issues come out to finish it. It's just a bunch of talking, Thrawn and Vader trying to one up each other and shit. The only interesting thing is that Thrawn doesn't know Anakin and Vader are the same person. Because Anakin and Vader
that's not well known in the galaxy at this point, is it?
Yeah, they are referencing something that during the Clone Wars, Vader or Thrawn and Anakin teamed up at some point. But other than that, it was just it's okay. I'll just wait for the rest of the issues to finish it. So, but yeah, that's just an honorable mention. So, but that's it. That's all. Those are the only books I read. Just that and Punisher and Titans, Beast World. Dope.
Nice. Yeah. Hopefully, better books will come out next week because I know this is. I think this is like the 5th week or some shit. It just week. It just kind of just threw shit out there, so it's expected. Every time this happens, this is what happens. So yeah.
Well, I know that Duke book, the new Duke book, is coming out, so I'm stoked for that because I don't think I reviewed that. Yeah, I don't think I reviewed the first issue.
I don't think it came out. It didn't come out this week, did it?
No, I think it comes out next week. But I haven't talked. I think we were doing something, and we didn't talk about comics that week because that first book was dope. No, that whole Energon shit is dope right now. I'm so into that right now. So.
Gotcha.
No.
All right. So, like I said, if you listen this long, different like, share, subscribe. If you listen longer than 30 seconds, we appreciate you. 30 seconds helps the algorithm. Like I said, cup of coffee. That's it. Like I said, definitely listen to This Geeks and Comics. I know they're gonna struggle just like we did. At least we had other bullshit to fill up the show. They just talk about comics, so I don't know what they're going to do.
I bet you they went an hour on that Magneto.
How? I don't know how you could. They
honestly, broke it down and shit.
I guess I could have went into the 5, like they said, what was that thing? The Living Tribunal was there, but I didn't talk about him. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, there was all that. Yeah, all that symbolism,
all that shit in the background. But I wasn't getting all that. It's there. That's if you wanted to be there. Next week we'll come back with something else. We got. I'm gonna do the Suicide Squad review. I'm gonna play the game. I will stream the game.
Okay.
So if you want to check it out? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna see we go from there. And
what comes out
next week? I promise you, y'all. Next week will be better. I hate to say that at the end of a show, but yeah, next week will be better. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And we'll talk to you guys next week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel.